is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at an update to Creator Clash 3. And there is much in the way of blame being assigned to two individuals, one more importantly over the other though, because the other one is irrelevant. Says the guy who is somewhat unironically irrelevant himself, which means I'm an authority on irrelevancy. You're all welcome. Before we dive into it, I am going to be streaming on Twitch tonight, some Euro Truck. Hope to see you there. It'll be linked in the pinned comment or in the description, the link tree thing. Twitch is somewhere there. Kick as well. I dual stream. So, over on Twitter, via the Creator Clash Twitter account, we've made the difficult decision to cancel Creator Clash. All existing pay-per-view ticket holders will receive automatic refunds. No action is required. While the event won't go ahead as planned, all funds raised so far will still be donated to charity, and our fundraising efforts will continue in the months ahead. Thank you to all of the fighters for their hard work and dedication, and to everyone who supported us over the years. We appreciate you. There are many issues with this already. We should of course address each one in turn. You cancelled Creator Clash because of poor ticket sales, a lack of interest, and multiple fighters pulling out. Sorry, creators pretending, LARPing as fighters. If this event prior to the event raised any money for charity, I'd like to see the receipt for that, because I could believe it's like Creator Clash 2, and the charities owe you money instead. The fighters, for their hard work, you have thanked. Yes, I spoke like Yoda for a second. The issue here is, many of those fighters are doing this in the knowledge they are making no money in the first place. They're losing it, and time, which means their content could well suffer too. Not that I know any of the names that were on the original bill for this event in the first place. The event being cancelled makes sense. Creator Clash 1 was a success, but because of the politics, because of the changes within iDupes, let's go with that, the Sam Hyde incident, the Froggy Fresh incident, Creator Clash 2 lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Also, you could sit around a campfire singing Kumbaya and crying while holding each other's hands to process your emotion. Okay, Suck It Up Buttercup would have been much cheaper, and a tub of ice cream. Creator Clash 3 was, let's face it, unlikely to do well, not least because it was being promoted primarily off the back of Ian, iDupes, going in on Ethan Klein, using Content Cop on H3 to promote Creator Clash. That's how I interpret the problem for them, is that if anyone has had a resurgence in their career, it's been Ethan Klein. It can't be denied at this point. He has had a resurgence that you guys wish you had. Back when Content Cop was something special and good, so up to Rice Scum, it did the best job at destroying careers. Reaction channels, Jinx. Where's Jinx now? It's a bloody clue. Rice Scum stopped streaming last year, and that was on Rumble after leaving YouTube after being destroyed by you. Leafy hasn't done so well either, for that matter. You could argue Keemstar as well, because views for Drama Alert did start to go down not long after, but Keemstar's doing very well with the whole lolcow thing. The H3 Content Cop did well on views, mostly dislikes. However, it only benefited Ethan, which is a cruel twist of fate for the likes of iDubbbz, who have undoubtedly wanted it to do well for him so he could promote Creator Clash 3 and get a slice of that 30+% they get from revenue. So now I think would be a great time to look at the public response reaction to this, because some do assign blame, some have perspectives, some just want to have a laugh at your expense. And of course, I believe Anisa has something to say later too. We'll start with replies to the Creator Clash tweet. Ricky Berwick, at iDubbbz. Just a reminder, this is your wife's fault. The Act Man. Imagine how much better all this would have been if Ian just allowed Sam Hyde to come to the first one. This event should have been about something bigger than the egos of the creators fighting, like donating to a noble cause. Instead it turned into a drama show. Very sad. The tragic thing really is there are people who genuinely don't like the idea of others giving to charity. They like to gatekeep and purity test the individual who is raising money for charity and their involvement. Sam Hyde has made a number of astute observations about iDubbbz and Hassan and many others, in fact, within this realm of the internet, and all of them have been proven true, which is really tragic, really. Willie Mac had retweeted Creator Clash by saying, "So all the time and personal money creators put into this, money lost, because they had to train instead of work. All of that went to waste. This entirely lands on Ian and Anisa, what losers." Now I think they're going to try and decline, deny, refute any responsibility, shirk it, as it were, because that way they don't have to feel any guilt, because feelings only matter after a fight, guys. The issue here, you can say you walked away, but because of your behaviour, people didn't want to be a part of this. If you wanted a successful boxing business of sorts with Creator Clash, you should have linked up the likes of KSI and Misfits. Get an actual boxing promoter like the Sauerland brothers behind you, like Misfits did, and work that instead. But no, high on one's own farts. The result is Creator Clash 2 and then the failed attempt at 3. Bo Blacks had replied to Willie Mac by saying, "After how Creator Clash 2, investing and trusting in Anisa and Ian again was a huge risk for all the fighters, but chose to give them benefit of the doubt and do Creator Clash 3 anyways, and this is how they're rewarded with content cop drama and the event's cancellation. What a poop show." In this, Bo Blacks is quite right. Bearing. I like Bearing. Who's going to this Creator Clash event? I keep hearing about it on the internet. It's only a few months away according to their website. Has anyone informed Bearing of what's happened? I do like the font for Creator Clash. It looks good. Yes, I used to use that on a thumbnail and a channel banner years ago. Chris the Narc. Yes, I'm refraining from calling you the other N-word ending in artsy. Simply tweeted or retweeted Creator Clash with this image of iDubbbz crying after Creator Clash, based on the image in the background. Promoted, sponsored by Fansly. That's interesting. Did your wife use that as well? Keemstar. iDubbbz and Anisa killed Creator Clash 3 twice. One, they started in a war with H3 in the middle of promoting Creator Clash 3. They then left Creator Clash to not get the event hate, but what actually happened is the people left that actually supported them stopped supporting Creator Clash. Hang on, wait. What actually happened? The people left that actually supported them stopped supporting Creator Clash. See, if there were commas in that, it would make more sense. Ricky Berwick. Earlier I read a comment of his blaming Anisa, atting iDubbbz. Well, he's also done it in video form as well.
Creator Clash has been cancelled. I got one thing to say about this. It's her fault. iDubbbz White's fault. Not iDubbbz. That's a totally different story. But she is the main problem. She is the reason why everything has gone downhill. And she's a whore.
Peach Jars Squared had tweeted, "Oh no, anyways," a retweet even of Creator Clash, or subtweet I guess. Long story short, yes I knew, but I made the video 2 months ago and I still wanted to post it. LOL. Reply, did it not occur to you that your fans would spend real-life money on potentially non-refundable plane tickets and hotels to see this event when you knew that this event would not happen and were acting for 5 days as if it would happen? Did that not cross your mind? Reply, the event wasn't even selling tickets. Also, when I posted the announcement, they were going to announce cancellation the next day but pushed it back. I wasted $3 grand on a video and 2 months of training. I think this is a reach. I disagree. I think you were so desperate to put out content you've already made, you got tunnel vision and decided to put it out promoting the event regardless. You had also tweeted, "Man, LOL, I spent $3 grand, yeah," basically confirming the reply to somebody else, but then also saying this was never meant to be malicious. I was dumb and I apologise. I genuinely thought it was going to be funny until it got moved. Is that why you turned your replies off? Because you got a lot of heat from a lot of people. If you F around, this is you finding out, and because you're such a coward, you turned replies off. Now, Anisa, via Discord, had replied to someone called Pizza, after Nathan, aka someone called Dad, dropped a video calling her and Creator Clash 3 out, by saying, "I just want to make it clear that we haven't had any contact or control since we publicly stepped down. Even though Ian and I were the faces of the event, many people were behind the scenes making decisions together. The event wasn't doing well way before the content cop." Yeah, just to show how utterly pointless your content cop was, you are right. Additionally, that video was only made to try and drive up interest in content cop and also to try and harm Ethan. and justify the harm he had endured. A combo of many things contributed to that reality, including lack of promotion, influence of boxing being less popular, the economy, etc. I think what it boils down to is poor communication from everyone. Well, surely you learnt that after Creator Clash 2. Surely you were going to be better. Oh no, that's not going to happen, is it? You were too busy sucking on Hassan's toes. Even after we left, which is unfortunate, at the end of the day, I care about people getting paid for the money they were out for training, and charity getting their money, and both of those things were done. I really loved this event, I loved what it stood for, and I wanted to believe we'd push through, but it just wasn't realistic. None of it was malicious. I feel like some of this is a bit disingenuous, and many agree with this. Willie Mack had tweeted this by saying Anisa's response to Dad exposing Creator Clash and how every single person involved was screwed by her, or by them, because iDubbbz took Anisa's last name, didn't he? He. Hard to tell these days. It's interesting to me that you made in your statement, Anisa, yourself the centre, me and Ian, when it's Ian and I, because that's how you write. You accept hindsight, but you don't accept responsibility because you stepped down. You blame communications, yet you were in control. You can try and deflect and say anything else if you like, but the reality is, you guys screwed the pooch. By the way, blaming Creator Clash 3's failure on the economy is cute. That's not remotely accurate, we all know that. If you could actually take responsibility, this would not look so bad. But because you and your cuckold of a husband are incapable of such, you are going to be tarnished, your names, the name of Creator Clash as well, in perpetuity, quite frankly. Now, a day earlier, Ethan had said in a message to Anisa that when you come for the king, you best not miss. Here's the quote, or a clip with a quote.
Look at me. This is me. I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm not done. I'll never be done. I will never be done with you. That's how much you've betrayed me, and how much I want you to know how much you lose and I win. Do you understand, Anisa? And I'm not even talking to iDubbbz anymore. He's insignificant. He's gone.
Anisa did not appreciate this and retweeted somebody who had included the clip by saying, "I don't care, bitch, join the club of ugly, out-of-touch losers." Willie Mack again, because voice of reason apparently, their fighters are in worse financial situations because of them. Charities got screwed, also for some reason supported false CPS call. But ignore all that, just call everyone ugly. It's like Hassan's form of argumentation, where something has to be an insult, so what he does is he goes to your channel and he starts to poke at that instead of dealing with the issue, because it's deflection 101 from somebody who's too intellectually handicapped. Anisa, you are that person. It's a shame that you're the first time Ian got inside someone, because, man, he could have been better. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I don't think he could have. It's a shame though, really, isn't it? Content Cop was funny once.